Welcome back to Beachless Bums Episode 2. Today we are testing a Gucci Glock equipped with a Rival Arms slide and barrel, Lone Wolf lower, Hollow Sun 507C, and a Streamlight TLR8. Range is hot.
Episode 2, the Beachless Bums. Let's get right into it. This episode, we test the Gucci Glock. And it was surprises. A lot of people don't like these. I think there's too many gadgets, too many frills. It's got a flashlight. It's got a Holo Sun, nice sight. It's got the threaded barrel. It's a Rival Arms slide and barrel and a Lone Wolf lower. The 19X style with the 17 round magazines. This one, however, has 23 round magazines. It's got all the bells and whistles. CAG works, slide release. It's got just the stock Lone Wolf trigger, but this is what we tested this week. So let's get out to the range and put it to the test and see how she does. Beachless Bums Gucci Glock test. We're going to do the 8-plate rack. The way this works is possible 25 points. For every second it takes to shoot, you lose a point. So if it takes 5 seconds, you'll get 20 points. We're going to test this Gucci Glock. It's got the Rival Arms slide, Rival Arms barrel, Lone Wolf lower, 507C Holo Sun, and a TRL 8. So we're going to test this out, see how it does on the plate rack.
Stand by. Go. .438.
All right, you're ready. Stand by. Go. 363. Shooting on Adam's Alley, we have the Gucci Glock, Rival Arms slide, Rival Arms barrel, Lone Wolf lower, 507C, and a TRL 8. We're going to see how this thing does. Adam's Alley is a 50-yard moving range with 13 targets. Possible 40 points. For every second it takes is 1 point off that 40. So we'll see how she does. Gucci Glock.
Yep. Shooter ready. Stand by. .1931. Shooter ready. Stand by.
we're back from the range, and the Gucci Glock performed flawlessly, which isn't always the case with these custom-built Glocks. I've had some that wouldn't put more than 5 rounds downrange without a malfunction, but this one performed without a hitch. It's got the Lone Wolf Timberwolf lower, it's got the Rival Arms slide, Rival Arms barrel, night sights, Holosun 507, and the TRL8, and this combination proved to be stellar. Let's go down the tests and see how we did. On the plate rack, we had several runs from the members of the Beachless Bums in the 4s. We had a couple 5s, and then Jer stepped up. My 16-year-old son, Jeremy, threw down a 3.69 run, which is fantastic for an 8-plate plate rack. We round that up to 4 seconds. Out of a possible 25 points, this gun got 21. We take 25 seconds, lose a point for every second it takes to shoot the rack. It took 4 seconds, which left it with 21 points on the plate rack test. Next is Adams Alley. Now this is a 50-yard range with 13 targets scattered throughout the range. You've got to move down that range and shoot these targets. We had a lot of really great runs with this gun on that range, but we finally ended up, the best run of the day was a 1931. A possible 40 points. You lose 1 point for every second it takes to shoot the range, which leaves us with 20 points. Next is cool factor. So the Beachless Bums were all over the board on this. There was a score of a 3, and then we had a score of a 10, and then they were all over the place in between. By the time we added them up and averaged them out, the cool factor score for this is 7. It's a really kind of cool, space-agey looking gun. Some people don't like that. They like the more traditional look. We think overall that it scores a 7, so it's a pretty cool gun. That's a pretty good score on cool factor. Next is a prison wallet index. That is, how easy is it to conceal this handgun? You know, a little teeny handgun is going to score a 10. A gigantic handgun like last week's AMT Auto Mag is going to score low like a 2. This gun, with the red dot and the flashlight and the extended barrel, would be a painful experience to try to smuggle this in the prison wallet. So it scored a 5. Next one is impact. What kind of impact has this gun had on the gun community? Well, these are all the rage right now. And I think in 5 years, every law enforcement agency and every military Tier 1 and Tier 2 team will be running guns somewhat similar to this build. They'll have red dots, flashlights, lasers, all 9, because the technology is there. It used to be that red dots weren't that reliable. It used to be that the flashlights and lasers they would put on these things were just kind of chintzy. But with today's technology, this stuff is very hardy, it's very durable, and it works. And honestly, I think it adds about 15% to your accuracy, and it adds about 15% to your speed. So for overall impact on the gun community, we gave this gun a 7. Next is lethality, and that's more about the cartridge than the gun. So with handguns, we rate them at 100 meters. How lethal is the 9mm cartridge at 100 meters? If 500 Smith & Wesson scores a perfect 10, and 22 Short scores a 1, where is 9mm in that scale? There's a lot of room for debate here. Jump down in the comment section. We'd love to hear your input and your thoughts on it. We scored the 9mm cartridge a 5 for lethality. Out of a possible 10 points, we think it's right there in the middle of the road, so we gave it a 5. Next, reliability. This gun ran flawlessly all day. 105-degree temperatures, very dry, very dusty. This gun did not miss a beat. It stayed accurate, it stayed reliable. Even with these 23-round magazines, just not a hint of problem. So we gave it, for reliability, a 9. So when we add that up, 21 points on the plate rack, 20 points on Adams Alley, 7 for cool factor, 5 for the prison wallet index, ouch, 7 for impact, 5 for lethality, and 9 for reliability. That gave this an overall score of 74 points which makes it number 1 on our list of world's greatest guns. Now, granted, we only have 2 guns on the list right now, 2 handguns. Last week's AMT Automag scored a 65. The Gucci Glock scores a 74, which makes it number 1. Where will that be in the next 10 episodes? We don't know. I think this gun is going to rank right at the top for a few more weeks. Want to remind everyone, we are giving away the Hive accessory decked out Glock 43 for our first 1,000 subscribers. So if you're in the first 1,000 subscribers, you've got a chance to win this gun. How do you get entered? You subscribe to this channel. You want another entry? Share this video or one of our other videos. You want another entry? Follow us on Instagram. You want another entry? Like our Facebook page. All of those are under Beachless Bums. Oh, hi, didn't see you there. Just want to wrap up our video today and thank our sponsors. That was super quiet right there because we don't have any sponsors, but imagine how warm and fuzzy it would make you feel inside if you were a sponsor. You can jump on our Patreon and get quadruple entries to win this decked out Glock 43 loaded with Hive accessories just by joining our Patreon. $2 a month. And you could join our quest to find the world's greatest gun. Congratulations to the Gucci Glock, who's currently number 1 on our list with a score of 74. We'll see if that holds up as the weeks to come. Want to thank everybody in law enforcement, everyone in the military serving our countries for all that you do. If you ever need anything, please reach out. We love you, we appreciate you, and we're behind you. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day. Peace.